SQL CTEs, which are common table expressions, and joining tables and avoiding duplicates and ordering. So basically, this is a repeating pattern in SQL where we take multiple tables, we join them one with another. We need to limit maybe the number of results. We need to order by, and we might even have duplicates. So we need to get rid of the duplicates. So let's say that we have, let's take a scenario. Okay, let's take an example. Let's say that we have a project table, and in this project table, we have the idea of the project, the title of the project, the start date of the project, the end date of the project, and the budget that we have spent on this project. This is these are projects, and we spend budgets on projects. We have start date, we have end date, and we have titles. And then who is working on the project? The ones who are working on these projects are the actual employees. They are the ones writing the SQLs, right? So we have the employees, people who are working on the project. And for each employee, we have the employee ID, the first name of the employee, the last name of the employee, the address of the employee, and of course, the project that the employee has worked on. So let's simplify this and say that we have only two tables. One is the project tables and one is the employee project table. The table that correlates employees just with the employee number, the employee ID to the project ID. And when we want to correlate these two tables, we take the employee table and we join it with the project table by joining on the field that is common to the two tables. Okay, so if we had an employee project table which states for each employee on which project it's working, then the project ID would be the common field that we could join on with the two tables. Now, what are CTEs? CTEs are common table expressions, which means, as I use it, as a temporal table. With CTEs, we say with some table name that we are defining what is this new table name. Let's say with distinct employees as, and then we can have a select statement. So if, for example, we want to have a new table with all the employees that had project ID 1, then we could say with table name employees with project name 1 as select project ID, comma employee ID from employees projects where project ID is 1. Okay, and now we would have a new table. So CTEs basically allows us, just like we use in programming, to take the whole problem, and the whole problem is the whole tables that we had and the whole tables and the whole questions that we have on these tables, and reduce it into subtables with a with clause. Okay, now let's say that we want to take the distinct employees from the employee project table, because let's say that we had in the employee project table multiple rows for each employee correlating to the project ID, and we would have duplicate rows and we would want to reduce it. We could use the group by, because if we say group by 1, this would mean that we want each row of the result to have only a single row but determined by the first field in the select. So we could say with distinct employees as select project ID, comma employee ID from employee projects group by 1, comma 2. And this would give us a distinct line per project ID and employee ID. And now if we want to join it with the project table, then we will need to define the field which is common to both the project table and the employees tables, and the join is going like this. We need a join. Basically, the joins comes always after the form, because in SQL you say select the list of fields that you want and then form which table, and then if you need more tables, then you are using the join clause in order to join it with the additional tables. So you say join, and the join is like the form, but it's not only like the form, because you need to say on which field you want to join this. So we can say from projects join employees But now we need to say on which fields. So we concatenate the string on project.id is equal to employees.project.id. And in this way, you could take multiple tables and join them on some specific field.